Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? We got some fun stuff to talk about. Obviously, we got a win, but then we also didn't look so good earlier in the week. But anyways, we got we'll get into it, have a little fun while we do it. And so let's get busy with that. But as you know, I don't do this by myself. Everybody say hello to everybody's favorite uncle. Uncle Ed, wrong button.
How's it going, Peter Brown? How you like the background?
It looks great. Looks good. I'm sitting there over your ear.
Yeah, you're
There
right
you go.
there.
Depends on where you move.
Yeah. So yeah, man. A lot of stuff. Yesterday was a pretty cool event. It's winning and all that good stuff. So we got tons of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, so everybody get active in the chat, and you guys will help obviously drive the show and all that kind of stuff. But before we go too far, let's say thank you to our sponsor, and that is Caneswear. Go to Caneswear to get all your Inter Miami gear, the messiest wall in all of South Florida. So go to caneswear.com if Davie, Florida is too far for you to drive, and all orders over $99 ship for free. So support a local business and give your support to Caneswear.
All right.
And then if you want to join the conversation, it looks like we already have one call in the queue, but you can call 786-474-4435 to get in the chat. I mean, to add, not to get in the chat, but to add to let your voice be heard.
Yeah,
you know what it's like.
We've got some people already starting to show up, Peter Brown.
Yeah. Oh, and I just got a notification, just like, who may have left that voicemail. It should be a fun one. Because it'll I got a notification on my watch, and it gives a breakdown basically of who it was. So should be I already know it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So where do you want to start? Obviously last week it was like, one of those, the highs and lows, or maybe it was the lows then the highs. We gave up a lot of goals. We scored a lot of goals, and we gave up a lot of goals all in 1 week.
We did, and the good thing about we rebounded really well, winning this game. We probably could have scored more goals. Messi, he was great at assisting, wasn't as great at shooting. He had at least 3
missed a few.
Remember, that he missed, but he did assist. He did 3 assists, so he's contributing quite a bit. Jordi Alba surprisingly scored 2 goals. And Allende, who's been up and down.
That was the bigger surprise.
He's been scoring.
That was the bigger surprise. Allende scoring 2 goals. That I thought was more of a surprise, but a good surprise. But hey, we filibustered for a minute. So let's say hi to the few folks that are starting to chat. We haven't done this in a while, but let's say hello to Sports Shorts, who's the first one I saw. Francisco is here. As always, you could depend on One World, One Goal being here.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite photographer, Chris Arjun.
Yes.
Our favorite Canadian, Richard, is here. And then our buddy that we were hanging out with last night, Eric Thomas.
He comes out in the game day vlog, which is already out. So you guys go check that out after you watch the show. It's a good one. We did a lot of stuff. There was a tribute to Busquets. There was I went to go get my season ticket gift, and tons of stuff. So check that video out.
Yeah, so I actually have my gift on my counter. So let's get into that a little bit later and just kind of like break it down and give our thoughts on that a little bit later. But getting into the games, it was like it's weird. Like I've said so many times lately, we make bad teams look good. And not saying Chicago's a bad team, but they haven't had the season they want. I think they're moving in the right direction. They're not going to win the World MLS Cup, right? But they're moving in the right direction. New England is a disaster. They fired their coach and all that kind of stuff. Now we didn't, but when I say make good teams or bad teams look good, it's like we made Chicago look good. We did what we should do, with New England. But that's what we should have done with Chicago. We're just this team, the way it's I don't know, it's the way it's built, it's coached, it's whatever fatigue. Because I think it's like what was the stat that was sent to me? Something we've played 20 something games in. Let me see where was it? I forget it where it is. Oh, here it is. Inter Miami have played 7 games in just 21 days. So there's fatigue involved. So I don't know how much is what's the real factor from they go from such highs to such lows. I mean, they're unpredictable, this team.
Yeah, it's kind of unnerving, especially going into the playoffs. I mean, do we have a chance to win it? I kind of feel like we don't, Peter. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, I stand by what I've been saying lately is I think we're a second round team. I think we can get out of the first round, and I'm not so sure after that. But you never know. It's how much does Messi put the team on his shoulders? And like you said last night, he hit the post. I think at one point he wasn't scoring, but he did get 3 assists. So he did what he needed to do. We expect him to do it all, right? We expect him to also score those goals, but he at least
and we want him to win the MLS goal scoring, I guess trophy or whatever it is that they give out to them, because he deserves it. He's done it in less games than anybody else.
Yeah, and he's currently still in the lead with
Yeah.
24 goals over Boanga. So I guess
plays tonight,
right. So that could change.
That could change.
And he's also, but look at that, he's also second in assists.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's potential there for him to win goals, Golden Boot, and then the assist leader as well. I don't know if they give out a trophy for the assist leader, but
Right.
there's potential there that both could be won by Messi if all goes well.
Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Let's see. So I was just looking in the chat. What's Chris Arjun asking a question? Do you think Busquets will be missed next season? So that was part of last night. It was kind of his tribute. They paid tribute, which I thought was weird. I thought they would do that in the last game of the regular season. Makes sense to do it on the Saturday. But maybe there was scheduling reasons. Maybe I don't know, his kids are in town and maybe they're not going to be. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah,
but
something was up.
Yeah, but so do we miss Busquets next season?
The way that we play the game is going to change because he definitely plays different. He's basically like a number 10 playing in the number 5 position. Which is much more back, but he does assist from way back there. But at the same time, yeah, we're definitely going to be different because DePaul's going to be occupying probably that space with Bright. I would imagine is coming back with a new contract, and he's going to, cross your fingers, and he'll probably be starting as well. He deserves it. He's a great player, a great young player, and so it's definitely going to look different. We might miss him because we might miss all those passes from way back. I imagine Busquets will play farther. I mean, Bright will play farther back with DePaul a little bit more forward. So, kind of like how he usually played with Busquets, who kind of went a little forward as well.
Yeah. So I think we will definitely. It's like you'll win some, lose some. You'll lose his assists and his ability to find Messi anywhere on the field and a beautiful through pass or stuff like that. Clever body movements to shield the ball and things like that. We'll miss that, but we'll gain on defense, right? Because
in speed,
right? People are just blowing right past him, right? So I mean, we will gain there. So.
We'll find out if it's an improvement, next year.
We were discussing this during the game. I think it was during the game or it was post game, but we were talking about this yesterday. That are we better this year or last year? I forget which one of us, who brought that up. If it was you or if that was Eric or who brought that up. But
I think it was Eric. But I think we all agreed we were better last year.
We were better last year. and yeah, obviously we had Busquets last year, but we didn't have DePaul. I don't know if DePaul is part of the problem. But DePaul to me is he should play better with in the Busquets position. Like I think he's played better when he's been in that position.
Yeah.
But but the oh, I lost my train of thought because I looked at the message.
I think it's gonna. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to see how it looks. I think it might be better because we're gonna gain speed. But yeah, the passing is gonna definitely be different. We don't know what role Messi is gonna play. I mean, he's gonna be all over the place anyway.
Yeah.
But maybe he might start playing a little bit farther back. And it also depends on whether Allende comes back. Which, by the way, Allende scored 15 goals already.
Is it 15?
It feels like he didn't score that many.
Well, that's why, I think he's just been in a long slump. I think he came, my memory serves, he came into the team looking great, impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then went into a big slump, right? And then we all hated him. But every once in a while, he would do something and you go, what? And now he's done, and then he'll go back to sucking again, right? And now he's done something good twice.
Right, he scored a lot of goals, and so we're kind of like getting a second look at him. But
yeah,
do you feel the warm and fuzzy, Peter Brown? Does he deserve to come back?
No, it's not good enough. No,
even though he scored 15 goals,
they pay him $1 million, and he's on loan.
Gotcha.
So what are you going to buy him? I don't remember who he's on loan from. I don't know where he's coming from. I think it was an Argentinian team. I'm not sure, but
yeah, and they're talking about bringing Suarez back. So is that good?
I know. Suarez.
He does assist though.
He does assist, but he doesn't defend. I can get somebody else that can give assists, but can also defend.
Yeah, a lot of people I heard yesterday talking about they wish we had Campana back because Campana. I mean, he didn't have the best of games, but he contributed, to New England the passing, and he'd do good passes and stuff, but.
Yeah. I was prepared to cheer for Campana. I mean, I had my Campana jersey last night.
And check out the vlog because you could see Peter being a Benedict Arnold.
But yeah, he didn't light it up or anything yesterday. But again, New England is a mess. It's hard to judge him. Is it him, the player, or is it the team? Because they fired the coach. They're doing terrible. I mean, so I don't know where the blame goes. But as far as Suarez goes, I don't want to re-sign him. I know he can give assists, but so can somebody else. So can someone else that can potentially defend. You could bring in another big name player if you want. Obviously not DP. You got to get that sweet deal like Suarez is giving you. I mean, that's the only benefit is that Suarez is making around $1.5 million, so he's not a DP, and they have about $2 million in GAM, so they could spend it on a player like him, But I hear about I shake my head when they talking about re-signing him. But here's the thing, I think they will re-sign him. Do I want them to? No, but I think they will.
Right, and I think I think what they want to do is probably give him a send off like they're doing for Busquets. Jordi is still he's a little bit younger, so he still plays incredibly well. So
yeah,
he's not retiring. If anything, he'll retire with Messi. So I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna, next year they're gonna give Suarez his send off. Then the following year, could be Jordi or could be Messi, depending how the contract goes, because they still haven't announced Messi signing his contract.
No, they have not. That just keeps being said. It's signed. Some people say it is signed. It just hasn't been announced. I mean, we don't know. And now, of course, there's rumors out there. There's always rumors that he's going to sign somewhere else and all that stupid stuff. But,
but I don't think so. They've done so many moves already to make him happy that I don't think he's going anywhere. His family likes it here, so
exactly. And everything we've heard is that DePaul came because he was guaranteed Messi staying. He wouldn't have come otherwise.
And money too, I'm sure, because right now he's on loan, I think you said?
Yeah, he's on loan for the first year with a handshake deal, I'm going to say. for a purchase of next year for 17 million. But that's it says in the league stuff that it's an optional purchase. It's the only way they can get around it. But
Yeah.
it was a handshake deal, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll buy him
Yeah.
guaranteed, 100%.
We'll give you your money, buddy. Don't you
Yeah,
worry.
exactly. But you were talking about Messi, and YC asks a question that I saw floating around online. Was Messi looking miserable last night during Busquets' tribute? Is it just me thinking that? I saw people floating that around on social media. I know that Franco Panizo put out that as a question, and some video of him walking off. It seems to be Franco's hobby now, is every game videoing Messi walk off the field and then and trying to
See what
read
the
minds.
attitude is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, to say he looked upset, I will say on that, I did the same thing that Franco does on our Tuesday night game day vlog. I filmed Messi walking off. And if you watch that, you'll hear me saying something about him being upset. That game, at losing 5-3, I would say, yes, 100%, he was upset.
yeah.
And some of that probably being upset at himself. This one, I don't know if he was upset, or it's just that normal competitive spirit that he has. He knows he could have done better. I'm sure he wants to score the goals. He won't admit it, but I'm sure he wants the golden boot. He wants to be a back-to-back MVP for the league. I think even though he wouldn't admit it, he would say it's about the team. I'm like, all professionals will. He wants the records. And so I'm sure he's frustrated, but I will say this, I don't think he was, like miserable, or I wouldn't read into it as far as his friendship with Busquets, because I saw some people saying, is there trouble in there? I don't think so. He's just a competitive guy that just didn't feel like he had as good a night. And there's been talk about him having words during games with Mascherano, and those rumors are saying something like he's telling Mascherano, hey, we got to do better, right? So, I mean, there could be that. I don't know if that's true. We're not on the field. We don't know. But yeah, there could definitely be frustrations. I think that's about it, though. What do you think?
Yeah. I think he's also tired, man, because like you said, with
21 games in 7 days, or
Yeah.
7 games in 20. Man, that would be a lot.
That's a lot. 21 games in 7 days.
7 games in 21 days.
Yeah, that's a lot. But so he's got to be tired, man. He hasn't had a rest, and what I think the next he's gonna miss the next game, if I'm not mistaken, because they're gonna have friendlies.
What's that?
Is he gonna miss the next game because they're gonna have friendlies?
Yeah, him and DePaul have been called up to the Argentinian national team. So as far as we know, they're going.
We're also gonna lose. Who else are we gonna use? We're gonna lose our Venezuelan player as well.
Segovia.
Yeah, Segovia's not gonna be here. Fafa's not gonna be here. So
No, Fafa doesn't play anyways.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, well, that's it. So we now know, and that there's no chance to win the Supporter Shield. Philadelphia won it, and so that game isn't all that important, right? I mean, it's
Stupid Philadelphia.
Stupid Philadelphia. I remember they won it that one year. I think it was around the COVID year or something like that, where they couldn't ship the Supporter Shield, and so they held up a Captain America shield instead. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it's funny is watching that. I can't help it because I have a printing background, right? So I watched some of the highlights of them getting their trophy and all that. And, everything for that was printed up. They had banners, they had stage, they had all the accoutrements to that says.
Ooh, Francais? Was that the French you just spoke right now?
Yeah. Parlez-vous français? But they have all this stuff printed out, basically, Philadelphia champions. Now, obviously, same thing would have been done last year probably for us, but I just thought to myself, and I know leagues do this. The NFL does it with shirts and things like that in the Super Bowl, but they're a whole different level. But just my thought is, what if it didn't happen? All that money they would have lost Again, they're billionaires. It's not that big a deal, but still, I can't help but look at that and go, man, if Philly didn't win it that night and they have all the stuff there, and then somebody swoops in and takes it out from underneath them,
That's a waste of loot right there. But they take the
I'm
risk.
just saying. I come from a printing background, so I can't help but wonder about that stuff. So I just
So
can't
Peter,
help
we
it.
have what? We still have do we
So
have another game before Saturday's game?
no, we have Saturday's game against Atlanta, which obviously those guys will miss, assuming they do go to the. They were called up. I haven't heard any word that they're not going to go, so I assume
Yeah.
they're going. All the players, and so, and again, since this game isn't really important, other than you want to be as high up in the top 4 as possible, just so you get seeded against the lower place team. Because
Yeah.
one will play 8 and 2 will play 7, stuff like that. And so you wanted the higher up you are. Although that didn't help us last year.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
want to be up as high as you can. But at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal if you play the 7 team or the 8 team or the 16. It's not that big a deal, right? So, and if you want to win the cup, you should be able to beat any of them. So,
Yeah.
but so all that to say, Saturday's game, I guess, isn't as important as it once was. And so there's Saturday, and then the final game of the season, the decision day, will be in Nashville, I believe. Let me look at the schedule again. It's in Nashville, and on the 18th. So we finished the season on the road.
Yeah.
Back to the chat a little bit. Some of the older chats that I'm just now getting to. Eric Overland had said, Suarez is done. He's lost 5 steps, not one. Great career, but he needs to walk away like Busquets. I agree, and that was the main thing I saw online is people saying when instead of celebrating Busquets, a lot of the comments were, yes, Suarez is next. Suarez is next.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think, like I said, I think they want to probably send him off next season, have him retire next season. But dude, I hope he's not starting every game. I mean, have him as a super sub.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hoping they get another striker that'll be the starter because we need speed, and he can come in for the last 20 minutes and may hopefully score a goal.
Yeah, exactly. Wycia says it's more important Messi plays for Miami. Argentina is playing friendly. I mean, I would agree. I'm club over country. I know most people are not. I am at this stage of my life. I pay more attention of Inter Miami than I do the U.S. national team. Now, obviously, for the World Cup month, I will care about the national team. But generally speaking, lately, at least this past couple years, if there's a U.S. national team game, I'm like on TV and I'm like, do I want to see it? I'm like, maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't. But if it's an Inter Miami game, it's no doubt I'm watching it. I'm either going to be there or I'm going to be in front of the TV, right? It's one or the other.
Right.
So scrolling a little bit. Hey, let's while we're talking about the game, because I do have a feeling these voicemails may be about the game. So let's go to a voicemail.
It's time for your voicemail.
Hello. This is Ted from Coconut Beach, Florida Hills. There's no such place as Coconut Beach, is there? Not down here anyway. This is Ted from Coconut Walk, Florida, Coconut Hills. And I think it was good that they won yesterday, but obviously we need better defenders. Noah Allen and Falcone are our best combo, but they're still not great. I'm really concerned for next year. Please do not bring Luis Suarez back. He's too slow. Yes, he's got a lot of skill still. He's just too slow. We can't have a slow team again next year. As much as I love Sergio Busquets, I'm glad he's retiring. He is obviously one of the best passers in the history of MLS. He's got more skill than almost every other player that's ever played in this league. However, it was getting sad watching him try to run back on defense and people just blowing by him. And I'm afraid for the playoffs with all our older, slower players. But we'll see what happens. I still have faith they can do something in the playoffs. But I was just reading on Reddit about how they're potentially talking about offering Luis Suarez another contract. And, well, they won last night. And by the way, Allende, if he he's the second. He's frustrating, but he's the second leading scorer on the team. And if he can stay hot during the playoffs, I really think they can do something. He's up and down, and he's had a lot of terrible moments, but he's also had some good moments, and he scored twice last night. So, all right, bye.
Ted seems a little down, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I see that his friend Eric Overland is calling him out there. They have like they're like frenemies, I think, or maybe totally enemies. But I just think it was funny that there you go.
Ted is too slow, but in a different kind of way. Okay.
There's a lot of love there, man, or hate. I can't tell which one. But yeah, we were kind of talking about that before. Definitely he's too slow. Oh, the TV just went off behind me. But yeah, it's I think we kind of covered that already.
Yeah, going back to the Suarez thing though, he talks about it seems like a lot of the discord on like Twitter is this team is not serious. They're not a serious team if they bring back Suarez. We're a bit of a joke is what the common a thought is out there on the Twitter sphere. So
yeah.
People know. Just this team. Sometimes they make the decisions weird. They just are all decisions just to make Messi happy. Then the other thing I thought, and I said this to somebody, I got a little bit of. I think Allende has been playing better since he got a little pressure. Silvetti arrived and started getting some playing time and looked pretty good. Now all of a sudden Allende's playing better. Somebody nipping at his heels, trying to maybe take his job, and all of a sudden he starts playing better.
Mm-hmm.
The young pup nipping at the heels of the slightly older pup. Because he's
and Silvetti looked good, Peter.
I know.
Played, so
the little bit that we've seen him, he looked good.
So, maybe that's what's pushing Allende to play better. I mean, hey, man, if that's what it takes, pressure is what he needs.
Yeah, that's my my little conspiracy theory thought that somebody just nipping at your heels, all of a sudden, you start playing a little bit better, you're a little more focused. I think with Allende, it's we all know it's his first touch, and sometimes his last touch is finishing, but more so his first touch is bad. So then he's not in a good situation to get a good shot. He's got the speed, he can stretch the defense. Eric is, I guess, agreeing with me a little bit, saying Eric Overland saying Silvetti lit the fire. Racing might win Copa Libertadores. Allende knows he's got to step up. I don't know what racing has to do with anything.
Well, they're going to win the Libertadores, I guess.
But what does that got to do with Silvetti and Allende?
I don't. Maybe
that's where I'm getting. What's the connection? I don't know.
There's probably a connection there. Eric, let us know what you meant by that, because obviously we don't know.
I don't follow Argentinian soccer really, so just nothing against it. It's just I don't. I mean, I've seen a gamer here. Oh, he's saying that Silvetti is from Racing. So again. Racing wins Copa Libertadores. What does that got to do with Allende, though? I mean, I don't get it. Whatever.
I guess he just wanted to let you know.
Rub it in his face, I guess. Yeah. Maybe Allende's from a different club and he wants to rub it in his face.
Or that somebody, he came from a good club, because if they're going to win Copa Libertadores, that's a big deal.
All right.
So but he's a good player, I guess.
Silvetti's got nothing to do with it, though.
Well,
he ain't there.
Before he got,
but he's not anymore. He got nothing to do with it.
But he contributed.
Okay.
So I think that's what Eric's trying to say.
All right.
So there.
Yeah. He's our problem now. That was the one thing is he seems like he might be being a young guy. He might be like Avilés a little bit, and get a little yellow cards and things like that. When he shouldn't.
Do you see what Eric Thomas said? The laziest FO.
Front office,
scouting department in Major League Soccer. That's a good one to bring up.
Eric Thomas says the laziest front office and scouting department in Major League Soccer. Just ask Messi who he wants, or assume getting young Argentinian players and they're done. Yeah, I mean, we know where Eric stands on this. I mean, we've had plenty of conversations with him that it's frustrating the fact that they don't look within the league to find any available players that you could potentially get for a good price. We just
Right.
You look and say, okay, they did that with Fafa, but I stand by the fact that I think that deal was done by Chris Henderson just before he left. Right,
I
those deals
agree.
take a little while, so I think it was all put in motion. I think that was a Chris Henderson deal that just kind of the final ink was dried when Henderson was gone. But I think that was the last thing he did on his way out, and so Henderson might look within the league, but these guys, they won't. Imagine. Okay, I know he's not available, but we're talking about, look at the Golden Boot race. Like who's in the Golden Boot race? In theory, you could try to steal one of those guys, Sturridge,
Mm-hmm.
Bowanga. Again, like I said, I know they'd be expensive or whatever, and I'm just using that as an example, as those are they're players within the league that they could scout and go. But really, what Eric is really talking about is finding those gems that aren't potentially playing, or maybe are a little bit older but can still contribute, off the bench or something like that. So
Yeah.
They don't scout this league. They're only in what, Argentina, and then it's like, yeah, I agree with him. Your scouting department is asking your senior players. It's not just asking Messi. It's mostly asking Messi. But like we've got Falcone, who's from Uruguay, so they must have asked Suarez, right? So you're asking your senior players, like, hey guys, who do you know?
Yeah.
Who should we go after?
Yeah.
What would make you happy?
Well, and I think I think you mentioned it. Ted mentioned it, that our back line is a little bit better with now that we've got Allen back there, and Falcone as well. They're the best defenders we have. Putting Lujan and Aviles there in the last game where we lost 5-3 proved that those two guys need to go.
Yeah.
And that the players that we have right now, the better defenders that we have are Falcone and Allen, and those guys need to be the starters no matter what.
And
Especially
they're the cheaper players. Lujan
is expensive, if I'm not mistaken, according to your stats. There you go.
we're gonna look at him. Lujan right here, 818,000.
Oh,
So
hell no! Goodbye, buddy. Oh wait, but he's still till 2027, Peter.
he's not going anywhere, Ed.
Oh man.
You're not getting rid of Lujan so easy. I mean, yes, of course you could buy him out, but I don't think they would, because they've relied on him a lot. They've used him a lot. They obviously think there's something there. We may not agree.
Backup, I guess.
What was surprising to me, I think, let me find him. Where's
They made a long contract for him.
Where's Falcone? Falcone is a bargain.
Yeah, he's a great
At
player.
524, 250.
Yeah, he's I think the best. I have hair envy, because he's I'd love to have his hair. As a matter of fact, I got to get his jersey so I can sport his locks in the next game, hopefully in the playoffs. So
the best bargain that they have, we all know, is right here at Yannick Bright. But he and they've got to give him a new contract, right? So that's
sign him, please. We need him, because it's going to be, no matter what, I think it's going to be DePaul and him covering defensive midfielders. So that's the future of our team, at least in that position.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to another voicemail. I know we have another one in here. Let's go and play that one.
Hey, Peter and Uncle Ed. It's Italia One Roll One Goal. Shout out to all the wonderful fans on here. Every week we got from young to old, from sports shorts to, I forget who the oldest person is. Probably one of our strikers, Lakers people. Anyway, I just want to give a special shout out to the Moss family, especially Mr. Moss, who speaks so eloquently in Spanish. And I had said that I thought Boosie was such an elegant player, and I don't know, I forget. I was doing something where I recently tweeted him, and he kind of like, either I got it from Ray Hudson, probably, more than likely, in a description. You know how beautiful Ray Hudson is, when he was covering the Barcelona boys forever. So anyway, I was just thrilled that Mr. Moss, he's such a beautiful public speaker in Spanish. I don't know if Peter understood any of it. Probably not. But he was saying how he was such an elegant player, and the video with all those world-class gentlemen giving their tributes from soccer royalty of Sir David Beckham onward to all those coaches and players. I'm really, really appreciative how well they're doing this. Since we never got to do the tribute for a beautiful fusion, which I hope maybe at the new stadium we can try to do something. By the time they do this, we'll be like at the 30th anniversary. Unbelievable that it's 25 years later we're finally opening in Miami. But hope you guys had fun, and thank you again for all your videos. We love you guys. Peace out.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice little thing. I mean, he did say some stuff in English at the end, so I understood some of what Jorge Mas said. I appreciate it. I was expecting him to, generally speaking, Jorge, when he speaks to the crowd like that, he'll do one sentence Spanish, one sentence English. He flips back and forth so well, which I know is not the easiest thing, but he does it like very, very well. And that's what I thought he was going to do, but he did not. So
he kind of, towards the end, he did speak a little bit more English,
yes.
Kind of like he forgot.
Right, that could be it.
Oops. You know,
that could be. He ended it more or less in English.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I was worried about in the vlog, because I did notice that. But if you guys watch the vlog, there is a setting in YouTube where you could put it so you could see what he said in English. So please go ahead and do that so you understand.
All right. I just watched it live. That's the only thing I did.
And you were talking throughout the whole thing, Peter. I was like trying to tell you, dude, you talk too much. But, hey,
man, going to the game is a social thing. I think me and Eric were having a conversation.
Oh, you guys were just blabbing away, man. You can hear it in the vlog. You guys are just...
Hey, man, the guy asked me questions. I'm going to answer him.
It's all good, Peter. Just messing with you.
It's a social thing, Ed.
It is.
I'm sorry you're so antisocial. You got to be so professional with your video.
Well, I was filming, so I wanted them to hear what.
I know. I'm just joking. But, normally, it's not me you hear in the background chirping away. It's usually my wife in the background screaming and yelling, but she wasn't there. So
do it this time.
No.
And we enjoy when she's there. She's yelling in the background. But you were telling me that she doesn't like her voice.
No, so. She hates hearing it when I'm editing the video or something like that. And she hears her, she'll be in the other room. She can hear it. And she's like, she hates it. She hates hearing herself yelling and screaming. But when she's at the game, she gets into it. She doesn't realize it. She has fun.
Everybody else likes it, when she's doing her yelling and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about emotion too, man. So
yeah, it's fun to. I mean, so often you think sports is a man's thing and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun to see a woman there getting into it, just like the guys are. It's fun.
Exactly.
Going back to the chat, this goes back to the conversation about Messi making all the decisions. This guy obviously is a Messi lover, hence the name LM Goat 46 trophies now. If I have a club, surely I will discuss all football matters with the best player ever playing this sport. Discussing them is fine. Letting him make the decisions is a problem. It does not work. It does not work.
I think it's showing, because we should have won more trophies and we haven't.
If your recruiting is, let me do whatever it takes to make this one person happy, that's wrong. And if that one player requires that much soft hands, I don't know how the right way to say it without saying something that pisses everybody off. But if he needs to be babied, screw it. I'll just say it. If he needs to be babied that much.
Oh, there go our subscribers. Yeah. Nice seeing you guys.
And I don't think he does, right? He's a professional. But if the ownership group feels like it and they do whatever the hell he wants, then that's a mistake. I don't care who he is. It doesn't work. It's been proven in other sports. You look at other sports too. It does not work. You can't give one person too much control.
So, Peter, right now we only have one trophy that we can get. I still think it's a failure of a season because we should have won more. Um, and if we don't win that one, do you think if we don't win that Mascherano is going to be gone?
Yes, I think he will be gone. But here's my concern, and I've said this before: is my concern. I think he could be gone. Yes, but if my prediction is correct, and we make it to the second round of the playoffs, and then we lose, we still have done better than last year as far as the playoffs go. Okay, we didn't win the Supporter Shield, we didn't break a record, so we didn't win a trophy. So it's kind of like, but you could look at this as, hey, Mascherano went further in the playoffs than Tata. He did a better job. Let's give him another chance. That is what I'm afraid of, because I don't want that to happen. I want the man out of here. I want a different coach, one with coaching experience, but I'm afraid that
Peter, you were complaining about Tata, and now you're complaining. So you wanted him out.
Who?
And then
Who was complaining about Tata?
You were.
No.
So
I
you
never
love Tata.
complain about my buddy. You've seen that picture with me and him. I like Tata. No, Mike V was the one that's always complaining about Tata.
Gotcha.
I never had a problem with Tata. I always felt like he was a good coach. Did we always agree with every decision? No, but you never will.
A lot of people were complaining he was too conservative.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
But he won the games, man. He gave us the best season in MLS history.
Broke the record. Yeah, exactly. How can you complain about that? We won a trophy. Isn't that the way you rate success? You win trophies. And to your point, we only have one left, and I don't think we're winning it. Can we? Sure. Will I'll celebrate? Yes, but I will be surprised at the same time.
Yes, because we're not as strong as we were last season, and the decisions that this coach has made us lose games. Like the game against DC where we got slaughtered or whatever.
Octavio Jr. is asking if we're going to see Messi against Venezuela this Friday night. I'm going to say no, but I don't even know where is the game? Just curious.
I think it's at the big stadium at
Oh, it's down here?
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm not Argentinian and I'm not Venezuelan, so no.
We are Inter Miami fans, not Messi fans. But I mean, we support.
I mean, we like Messi when he's playing for us.
He's the best player in the world. How could you not?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I'm not opposed to going to see Argentina play because it'd be a good quality game, right? But money. I give all my money to Inter Miami. So that's Damian Guzman says first things. Give me a new goaltender. Yeah, exactly. And that's part of the problem.
Why did you let Calendar go, Peter?
I don't know. Calendar got so much hate that was not warranted. I was a huge Calendar fan. Still think it's a mistake. And right now we've got Ustari, and Ustari is signed through next year. He's still here next year, guys.
He could be a backup
for $744,000, and then we've got Rocco Rios, who is on loan. So he potentially goes back to where he came from. We need a keeper. You can either extend Rocco Rios or whatever his name is. I always get his name mixed up with Rios Novo or Novo Rios. I get the I flip it around all the time.
We get it.
Yeah. He's not the answer. So
the third keeper, because
third keeper William Hart Yarborough or whatever. He's obviously not the answer.
No, but he could be the third backup. He's got lots of experience. He played in Mexico for so long, and
I mean he can also in practice. He's almost like a player coach or something. Because if you're the third string keeper at this point, you're not getting on the field really unless there's a catastrophe. Your main job is probably making sure the keepers 1 and 2 are prepared by like pushing them.
Right. But, push comes to shove, he could always, fill in because he got the experience. And I don't think he's too expensive. I don't remember how much.
Who's that? Wait, what?
Scarborough. He's not that expensive, is he?
Um,
That might be worth keeping.
150,000. Yarborough is 150,000.
All right. Well,
Cheap. No, that's cheap.
He's
In
cheap.
MLS, I mean, that's cheap. I mean, that's good. I mean,
So
they brought him off the couch.
Rios Nova will probably leave, and we need a starting goalkeeper.
Yeah. So to me, Ustari is now your backup keeper. I mean, look, he looks so bad on that Tuesday game.
Look who just showed up.
Who's
Mike
that?
V. We were talking good about him.
Hang on. Wait a second. Mike V says, I'm really late, but I'm at Epic Universe. Don't come. Not worth it. I've heard great things about Epic Universe, but Mike V, don't get on Stardust Racers. Don't get on Stardust Racers. We want you to be around. Somebody died on that ride.
Whoa.
Oh, you don't know about this?
No, I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah. About 2 weeks ago, somebody died on their brand new roller coaster.
Wow.
Oh, but Mike V now has a new hashtag, Suarez out. Rocco in. He's a fan of Rocco. Hey, look, for the rest of, at least for the Atlanta game and Nashville game, I play Rocco Rios Novos. He now needs time. And then you have a decision to make in the playoffs. Who is at that point, he's gotten 3 games in a row, so he should be like primed. Is he the better option over Ustari? That's when the coaching then has to look and like, don't pick your favorite just because you like Ustari because he's older and he's been around and all that stuff. Hey, Mike V rode Stardust Racers and he's still here. He didn't die.
Wow!
Congratulations for living.
Yes.
So if you didn't know the story, it's a weird story because a guy that's I don't know if he's paraplegic, but he's in a wheelchair. He's wheelchair bound. Like he's not. And generally speaking, at a theme park ride, they always ask you, can you transfer yourself from your wheelchair to the ride? If the answer is yes, you can get on the ride. But he was helped onto the ride. So obviously he could not transfer himself. And he had some sort of head injury, blunt force trauma, and he died on the ride or shortly after get off the ride, I think. Right. Nobody ever dies inside these parks.
Okay.
You know that. Nobody's ever died at Disney World.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah, because they take them off property and let them die. They don't. The rumor is they do not announce that you have died until you're off property.
Right.
So technically somebody could have, but by statistics, nobody's ever died in Disney. Now this is Universal, but still. All right, you guys got me on a tangent. Go have fun, Mike V.
Yeah. What are you listening to us for? Sheesh.
Francisco says Ustari is carrying some sort of injury. I don't know. If the injury is you just stand still and watch the ball go in the net while you just stand there.
Yeah, that one goal, man, that was just I think
stood there, watched it go in.
Of that slaughter, yeah, he just watched it go in, and nobody did anything. Everybody just stood around. So,
hey, I want to get to our little shields here in the last few minutes, but I did put in there in the ticker. There is, and we were talking about players. There is that rumor that they're going to bring in that. I'm waiting for the scroll to come back over so I can find his name. I forget his name. I'm waiting for the scroll. But it's
coming slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, that they're going to bring in a left back. Which is weird, getting rumors this early, because don't get it twisted. He's not for this season. He is not going to play for this team this season. We are on roster freeze at this time, so he is not available. This is for next year, and so it seems really early for these rumors. But the rumor is that Sergio Reguilon You know, he's signed with Tottenham, but he hasn't really played much. He keeps getting loaned around. He doesn't get a lot of playing time. A lot of people say he's garbage. So I don't know. But there's that rumor. I don't know. I left back is not the position we need. We need more center back. But you know, best player available, maybe. I don't know. You have any thoughts on that? On getting that guy?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's too early for that. It might be just a rumor because they want to shop him around, and everybody likes to mention Inter Miami, so they're
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
So it might just be hogwash, just to get the guy's name out there because he's not playing. And but yeah, it's too early. We don't need anybody in that position really. So it's just we need a goalkeeper, or we need another central defender, and we need a forward. That's what we need.
Agreed. All right, Ed. Let's talk about this.
All right, I got mine yesterday. You can see it in the vlog when I'm picking it up.
Let's talk about this. Nice box. I did an unboxing video that was a little weird. I mean, it's in the long video, but then I kind of cropped it to make it for a shorts because I was just experimenting with shorts. Nice box, opening it up. Got the winners thing here. Got a nice description about what the accomplishments were last year. But it's really nice. It's got a varnish on it. That's what this is right here. A gloss varnish, spot varnish. So that it's a nice package, and this thing has some weight to it. It's heavy. What did you think when you picked it up? What'd you think?
Great weight. I mean, it's definitely like a paperweight thing you could put on your desk.
I mean, you can hear it's solid.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. It's so far, after all, 5 years now with the team, the best season ticket gift that they've given out.
It's amazing. Like every single year, and I've got the only complaint I have one complaint, but it's the same complaint it would have been last year. But I've got every gift they've ever had. Some of them I have a couple, right? Or I'll have the first year I had 3 of them, right? But they're all like, hey, you get a scarf. And the first year it was a scarf, commemorative ticket, which was just a printed, junk, and a pin. I think that's all it was. It's always been weak. It's always been weak for a team that wants to be world class. It's always been kind of weak. Last year, I think, was the bottom of the barrel. Now, what they did last year, where we basically got to go shopping on a website, other teams do the same exact thing. It wasn't original. There's probably the same company that's supplying it to some other teams. I forgot what other team I saw had the same basic stuff. But so it's not. It wasn't original, but it's crap. It was garbage. Like I got a cup out of it that I thought was kind of cool. It looks like a Tervis, but it's definitely not. It got just from putting it in the dishwasher, which I guess it wasn't dishwasher safe. Putting it in the dishwasher, it got water in between the insulation layer. It ended up being garbage, right? It didn't last. I think you got a hat that's just a cheap hat. It's just okay, right?
Right. It was just that season ticket in the back. It was a cheap hat. It was kind of weak, but this present, this gift was awesome. And props to Inter Miami on that because it's awesome. Looks really cool. And I'm very happy to get it. And now the premium season ticket holders are supposed to get a better one.
Yeah, somehow we got to ask someone like Patrick that we know he's a premium member.
Or Marco.
Or Marco, yeah. What did they get? Because this is pretty damn nice. I can't make any complaints about it. The only thing I thought was odd, and it's the same thing. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs basically saying, ironic that they gave those to people on the night we lost the supporter shield. The only thing is, I feel like this is a gift that should have been given away at the beginning of the year. That you're celebrating what you did last year. And it's not that far away. Now we're at the end of this season. This award seems like a long time ago, right? So that's my only complaint is they always give the gifts at the end of the season. And it's weird is I'm getting a gift for last year, right? But if I was a season ticket holder last year and then did not renew this year, I would not get this gift that was from last year. Right? Do you get what I'm saying? It's weird. You're rewarded. It seems old. It seems just should have been the beginning of the season, I guess. It's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I like what Mike V is saying. Put it on a chain and wear it like Flava Flav.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, you got to get a good drill and without screwing it up though. You know, because it's
solid.
Wow, that hurt. It's solid. It is really, really, really nice. And it's cool is they did go into detail and all the inscriptions are there from all the team. If you're a Miami Fusion fan, you can find Miami Fusion is inscripted on here. So I love it. It's great.
Yeah, the best one yet. So,
you know what I thought of when I got it? I thought, great. But you know what would have been cool too? Not this year, but I like the idea of getting the trophy. How cool would it have been to get something similar for League's Cup when we won the League's Cup? So we would.
It looks like a coffee, the cafecito thing. They could have, the trophy for the League's Cup.
Yeah, whatever.
They could have given us a mug that looked like it.
No, I want it to look like the actual trophy. Like this looks like the actual trophy. I don't want it to be a gimmick.
A mug that looks like the trophy.
All right, you actually want to use it. You want to drink out of it.
Exactly. And this, I don't know about you, but in Ecuador back in the days, they used to have like a thing called a vasenilla, which was the instead of going to the bathroom, because they had the bathrooms back in the day, which were outhouses. They used to have called vasenilla. So this is made out of the same material that they used. It was basically a pee cup or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what that thing looks like. So I just thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs has put this up a number of times, so I'll throw it out here. Honestly, I didn't care that we lost the supporter shield. Look what happened last year. Oh, I've been saying that all season. That sure, would I like to win it? Yeah, of course. But there seems to be like a curse on it. Like there are a small handful of teams that have won the shield and won the MLS Cup. That has happened, but not a lot. And so I look at it as like there is a bit of a curse on it that you have to overcome. So now, let me put this down so I don't throw it at the monitor there by mistake. Seeing that there's a potential curse on the shield, if we go up against Philadelphia Union, shouldn't be a problem. They're cursed now. They're not winning the MLS Cup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're good, at least against them.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is for us now to make it out of the first round, and I think that's going to be important. Get away from that curse from last year, because last year I was convinced, Peter, that we were gonna win it all, and look what happened.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I know. I agree. I felt. I mean, last year of all years, when you win the points record, you got the MLS MVP, you win the Shield. It just seemed like you can't lose.
It was destiny, Peter Brown, destiny.
And then Brad Guzan happened.
Yes.
Because he is the one that basically kept us from winning that game.
Yeah.
So, all right. One last thought about your idea of a cup. It says, Julio says they could have done a Cuban coffee size trophy replica to celebrate the League's Cup. And, speaking of that, you could get it paid for by one of your sponsors. They have Bustelo Coffee as a sponsor for the team.
Dude, they totally would have gone for that one.
Right? You could put the front side of it can be all legit, right? It is what it looks like. It's the trophy. And the back side, you could put Cafe Bustelo.
Right. I like that.
I like it too.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
You get good ideas.
That wasn't me. That's Julio. I just added to it. I plussed his idea. I took Julio's idea and I plussed it.
Yeah, you made it better. So there.
All right. Well, speaking of making it better, let's end this so it doesn't go downhill from here. So
yes, we're on a high right now.
We're on a high. So everybody, make sure you go and check out the game day vlog if you haven't done that. I also had put up a video about investing in MLS or investing in South Florida soccer and all that kind of stuff. Just a fun little. That's what I'm going to try to do, some midweek videos every once in a while. I'm not guaranteeing they're every week. It's whenever I feel inspired. And and I have a few ideas of things I want to do, and so have some fun with some of those videos that'll be coming in the near future.
And we're hoping to have a Spanish one tomorrow.
Oh, great!
So look out for that one. And we're gonna try to get more, more punctual, like Peter Brown on those Spanish ones, guys. But we've been a little bit out of it lately. But we will definitely, at least the coming years, should be more more punctual.
All right.
There we go.
Well, more content coming from this channel. That's all that means, or our sister channel, the umbrella that is Futbol Miami TV.
There you go.
Yeah, and we'll have a construction video. I know we're a little bit late on that, but we'll have one sometime within the week and a half, right? So it may get filmed this week. It may get filmed over the weekend. So then if it's filmed over the weekend, you would see it late or early next week. So we'll get something out there in the near future. Sorry it didn't happen yet, but we'll get it there. Because we know there's things to look at there. There's some new stuff to look at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sirree.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.